Introduce myself. I am Lalita Ramachandran from Chennai, RMK Engineering College. I'm there in RMK for 12 years and 6 years of experience in Bhutan. Basically, I studied in Tirunelveli and settled down in Chennai now. I'm with my husband, who is a professor in economics in Loyola College. And I have two daughters. Elder one, Ishita, she is doing her second semester of EEE. And my younger one is Inia, who is doing 7th standard. And I'm with my father. Before UHV, let me say in the year of 2018, we were being asked to go for the introduction. At those time, it was not named as intro, it was being named as level 0. So they said there is a level 0 program from AICTE and you have to attend. And it was our privilege at that time that it was being introduced by Ranjini Parthasarathy ma'am, who visited us today. And that 3 days of program really made us feel, especially me, that this as a subject, as a content, beyond that there is something much meaningful. But was not able to relate in those 3 days because those PPTs were the contents were there, but nothing was unfolded. And what was being said is like we have another session where we will be unfolding all these. So few points were opened up for us in level 0. So with this, when we came back and when we had a discussion among, we felt that there is something, and next time if opportunity comes, we should be the first one to volunteer and go for this FDP, if suppose we are being called. So after 6 months, we saw that the same proposal from the AICTE had come that all those who had attended the introductory only has to attend this level 1. And that level 1, now we name it as UHV 1 actually. So we said, okay, fine, and that was in Anna University. And that 7 days of FDP in face-to-face was again with Ranjini Parthasarathy Didi. So that was the eye-opener session for me because me as a person, more of short-temperedness, with an assumption that I am very perfect, I am very organized, and I expect the same from the other two. And because of this, I could see that there is, in relationships, some ups and downs, because I am having the same expectations from the other also. So before UHV, my state of mind, my mindset was this. And after that 7 days of FDP, the only thing which I was able to sense was all these proposals which Didi was unfolding, it had a deeper meaning. I could sense that. And there were few proposals to which situation I was going through at those periods in terms of relationship. It was as if something was directly speaking to me. So I was not able to relate. I thought God has sent a messenger to give solution to my problem. And that is how I started with my day 2 with more of intuitiveness to hear and ask questions and go with the discussions personally with Didi also. Later on, when this session completed with the 7 days of FDP, then the question arose like, how should we get back to these if we have some queries? So we didn't have any pathway. Like we attended, that's it. We got the number of Ranjini Didi, but we don't know that whether right royally we can make call and we can speak because a very high profile person in Anna University as an HOD with some multiple coordinating ship, and are we authorized to put message, to speak? So didn't have any hold to go further. And then with a gap of 9 months, the year of 2019, when we were nearing to the lockdown, we had this UHV 2 by Manishi Didi in Anna University. So we again had an opportunity visiting this. And the state of mind during that, at the year of 2018, I think I was getting trapped in relationships. And towards 2019, I was totally in volcano. Like I'm getting insight, and I'm seeing that I am not able to get resolved with any of the issues of mine. And again, I am a person who don't open up. I see people who very freely open up in our sessions itself. I admire. But to me, to my nature, I never open up. So I was just thinking that how I am going to resolve. This is a problem happening. To whom should I? So the only thing is, it is affecting my mental status. So I was thinking like, okay, and then we slowly went into the lockdown. And lockdown was the period where I was totally trapped in the issue of relationship. Pakka trapped. And this issue of relationship was not because of the person from my blood related or my husband or family person, as I had a precondition in my mind that happiness for me is nothing but from external source. So if I'm able to make someone, let any XYZ, I'm able to make them happy, I'm happy for them. So this was the notion of happiness for me. But after these programs, I was able to realize that it is not the happiness from the other, it is the happiness that I have to seek from within. So I was able to realize that I was not doing that. But now the question came that now when I am totally in the depth, how should I come up? So at that time, online sessions started. And that was the boon for me. For me, I thought like, I was not able to contact anyone, but at least these sessions, online sessions, happening round the clock at that time. In fact, I thought once registered, you may not get opportunity for the next. But later on, the registration was kept on opening. You can do n number of times. And like I was keep registering, I used to attend. So which proposal is speaking to me, which proposal is actually soothing to me? At those times, the proposal of trust and the proposal of respect was something which was in need for me to understand. And that was the period where I realized that I was looking externally and I was thinking that other is the problem for me. I was doubting the intention of other. I had no clarity in my intention and I didn't take any effort to look into the clarity on the other's intention also. And I messed up the whole thing, and because of which there was no peace in my family. Because my husband is very cooperative. If I'm saying I wish to do this, without any second thought, he'll say, okay, we will do together. So that is how like he supports me. And I felt a guilt feeling that, see, I had trust on some relationship. I wanted to do something good, but doing good gave the consequences like this. And ultimately, I have put my husband also in trouble. And this issue which was going, I was not able to open up to my father also, because he was also sick at that time. So I didn't know like how to resolve. So my life was with full of problems. And that was the place where I felt that I'm going into depression, that lockdown period. And the depression was so much that I started getting myself voluntarily involved with all online responsibilities from my college. I'll work till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Any work given, stay till 11, 12, 1, 2, do. Because I wanted to get rid of that stress which I am getting into. And slowly when I went into these proposals and I started slowly volunteering. And volunteeringness was in terms of PPI, in terms of FAQ, in terms of registration. These three things I was volunteering myself during the online period. And I would experience like somewhere I am forgetting other things and I am at least making myself in peace. The whole transformation came out when I felt that just learning or listening to the content is not going to work. Though I am understanding it, though I am getting partial solution to my problem, but still I didn't see that soothingness or the peace or the harmony which I am searching for. And that is what I am hearing every time, but I am not having that feel at all. So how this is going to help? Then we got introduced to this morning session. Said morning sessions we should attend so that we get more clarity. You start observing yourself. And that is how I started with my morning session from batch 4. I started up with my batch 4, but I didn't continue out of biggest fear. Uh, when I go into imaginations, my imagination started wandering. So I thought, no, this is not the right place, like I should explore. I came out of the morning sessions. I didn't attend the morning sessions for, I think, 4 batches at all. Then I came during the batch of 9, I think 8 or 9, where I started slowly regularizing, because only then I realized that only when I go inside and I don't have to speak, I don't have to do anything, but listening to the other's question and the responses to the other was answered to me also. So I started regularly going inside and just a pure observer, just listening. And you will not believe that most of the answers which was been given was solution to me actually. And now the transformation which I see in myself is Lalita before with short-temperedness, a person with no clarity what to do, a person with no right understanding within. I was able to now have this within me and try it out at least in the small circle in my family. And I able to see that I was able to resolve. I was the person who used to be hindrance for many of the issues. Something good they are talking about in the family, I will be the one who will be saying no. Any planning, I'll say no. So with this, people stopped asking me. No advice, nothing. They will do whatever they want. So that was the state. Then after this proposal, when I started looking into myself and I started realizing few things, as I don't want to propagate it outside to my husband, to my kid, to my father, but I thought let my living be a testimony for them to see that, yes, she is worth enough to be discussed now. So that was the stage later by 22 or so, where my own house people felt that yes, we can discuss things with Lalita now. Because I was getting opened up. They were able to see that I'm opening up. So whenever they discussed, then at least I had that patience hearing. I was able to say that this is right and this is wrong. To my observation, if this is done, that is good. So I was able to see these proposals when I'm inculcating within me. In terms of my behavior, it was resolving many of the issues in my family. And what was the reason? It was just because of the deep-rooted sanskar of this leadership which was there within. From the class of 4th, I was in Sea Cadet Corps. When I went to my bachelor's degree, I was with NCC, again with leadership over there. So innately, this quality was there within. So to me, the preconditioning was, if you want things happen, you can show your leadership, you can dictate, you can order, you can get things. But in reality, these things didn't work out with my husband, with my child, neither in the workplace, neither as holding the post of coordinator. So everywhere I was seeing backfired, just because of this behavior. However good you do, but just because the expression was not as expected, nowhere I was having that peace within. So now understanding these proposals, now where should I start experimenting it? It was in my first. Once I did it, I just tried with my own family people, and I was able to see that in place of reacting, I am slowly responding. I am listening. I am able to give solutions to the small little problems which my daughter come and ask. Previously, both of them will not actually come and say. They'll go to Dada. Dada will give the solution. They will not come and convey me also. But now the situations have changed. They feel that, yes, if you go to Mama, Mama will come up with some solutions. And that, just because I would say that the proposals that I was looking up, I was inculcating within me, had got little bit of transformation. And this I started working up with the mentorship. I love mentoring. This is counseling part is something which I really love doing it without anyone's compulsion. So I tried this among my students. So when I did this, I could see that I was able to get connected to my students and to my students' parent also. So with this, I was able to see that that feeling of relationship that I am now happily happening with my own students, let it be the student of 20 or 30 or 52. Now I am at a state where I am able to understand the relationship. I am able to look into the intentions of others now. So at present, what is my state? If I say, I'll say that now I am able to see that my level of exploration has been increasing, and I know yet I need to be much more deeper. I am in a state where I am in awareness, but I do feel that sometimes I'm slipping down. But again, at least I am aware that I'm slipping. So now I have made an habit of journaling. I'm doing that. And if there is any in relationships or any of my feelings, if I'm seeing something that has to be noted down, I'm doing it in an Excel sheet, and now I'm just observing that how much time I'm taking to resolve. And the observation now is in relationship where I have no expectations, probably resolving is easier for me. But in the relationship where there is an expectations, the resolving is taking some time. So I have to work on that unconditional acceptance in relationship. This is what is now in my content of imaginations. I really have to work. I'm identifying it and I'm working on it, and I feel that in duration of time, as a person, I would be much more with clarity within, filling up my desires and goals for my own people in the college and for the society. Thank you.
Actually, I want to say about Lalita madam. Actually, she is working along with me, and we are taking the proposals to the students from the UHV cell. She first time in southern region, that is RMK is the first college we have taken the course. This course is a credit course. We didn't have any idea about the question papers, since we have given this as a 3 credit course. Okay. Also the content, we have attended UHV 1 and refresher course through the online, but we got the content from Kumar Sambhabaya. We don't have the content also, model curriculum, from that the syllabus we have downloaded, and we didn't have the PPT to take the content to the students. Immediately we contacted Kumar Sambhabaya. He has given the content, but which content we have taken, then only we have identified we have taken the content of UHV 3. We don't know that that is the content that is there in the syllabus. We both of us during the lockdown period, we will be sitting together listening to Ganesh Bhaya's videos. I don't know Hindi, she will be listening to Hindi content also. We both of us sit together for a long period. Even we didn't sleep when next day we have class to students without knowing the content, how we will be taking, but the PPT is there. We have all 5 modules PPT, but we don't know. First 2, self and body, and introduction we managed. 3rd and 4th and 5th, we didn't have any idea. She will be listening to Ganesh Bhaiya video, and she helped in all the ways, whichever way. First, from today onwards, we have question bank and all the examination from southern region. We are the first one. We conducted the 3 credit course now. We have worked a lot and prepared that, and our students got benefited much. We have taken AKTU, that notes. We have prepared our own notes. We have spent a lot of time. All the time when I was there, she will be there along with me to support, handhold me all the times. That I have to thank her.
I'll just like to add something about Lalita Didi. I met her in 2023 when she was the LPC. I was the resource person in RMK. And I found her taking interest in every session. and making sure that every faculty was excused from their classes. She spoke to the director, the chancellor, vice chancellor, all the higher ups whom she introduced me to, and she made sure that all the faculty were also part of it, completely exploring the proposals in the session. And I really found her very serious with the content during that time. And recently, during the international conference, that was my second encounter with her again. And I can say one thing, that she's taken up her responsibility very well. In fact, there was a gap somewhere that we experienced, and the work had to be done. We had a time limit, so there were two of them who helped us, and Lalita Didi was one of them. I really want to thank her for that also. And I found her no questions asked, no discussion on the phone. You just have to tell her what is to be done and she'll just take it up. Thank you so much.
Okay, I had a Bhutan connection with Didi, and that I came to know in Kanpur, right? And that was basically the first interaction with Didi in IIT Kanpur UHV 3 in Hindi. And I got a call from Didi that I want to join that UHV 3 IIT Kanpur Hindi workshop. So I said, do you understand Hindi? She said, yes. I said, yes means like watching movie and then understanding Hindi is different. But you know, when the content get placed in Hindi language, and then will you be able to understand that Hindi? So she was so confident, she said yes. So I said, if you are confident enough that you will understand Hindi, then you come. Not only she came, but she came along with Ishita. So when I saw Ishita in the hostel, and then I asked her, what are you going to do for the next 3 days? So she said that I will be sitting in the session. And then I asked, do you understand Hindi? Ishita doesn't understand Hindi. She understands a very little bit of Hindi. But, you know, Didi was there because, you know, she came there with that motivation to understand, and she attended the sessions. I really don't know how much Hindi you understand, but I have to test your Hindi someday.
You tested me that day, one day before evening. And I didn't know that he was testing me. He was talking continuously in Hindi and he was testing whether I am responding in Hindi. And later Bhaiya said, I was testing you actually. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Didi.
Yeah, but now, listening from Lata Didi, that Ganesh sir's Hindi recordings you know, had gone through and prepared for the student induction program. So which means you understand Hindi.
Hence proved.
Yes, yes, that's the proof.
And to add up about Ishita, that day when for reflection Ishita was called, she was very blank and she denied. I mean, personally they were saying, we want to hear from you, and Ishita denied and she said, I don't want to. But I said, okay, you don't want to, at least come give me company sitting, I will share. But just to share now, she has picked up few keywords. And now when there is some hot conversation going to begin within mama and daddy, she sensed that, na, ma, right understanding. Right yeah, like that. And something more like when she's asking permission to go with, now she has joined the college, and now she's asking permission that we want to go day out. I said, kya day out? Kiske saath day out? No, no, no. Then I'll inquire with whom you are going, with how many people you are going, what time you are going. Ma, trust. Just that one simple word, no? So now, with this, I thought like she has to be put into at least ESIC. So in the month of January, when her academic schedule had a gap, I enrolled her for the registration, and she completed her ESIC and she got her certificate also. And now her version is, when we talk something, she's adding on intention. So her before was only trust. Now she's adding on with intention, trust. So I'm able to see that somewhere some proposals have entered, and slowly I'm happening to see it in the family. But in no way I am imposing. It's whole thing like see transformation in me, and and then with me start the journey. So this is what like, I'm working on.
So we'll now break for some time. Then at 7 we have dinner time, 7 to 8, and from 8 onwards we have 1 hour sharing. So those who could not share in the series, we will continue. We'll continue with Latha Didi and a few others. And one more thing, tomorrow is the last day of our conference. So if any one of you, any one of the regions who could decide where would be our